Hello and welcome to our reviews. Today we'll be reviewing Marvel Legends MODOK series Captain Marvel. So yeah, jumping back on the Marvel Legends train, we have Captain Mar-Vellous, or Marvel, not quite the same as Shazam Captain Marvel, as in not really all that similar at all. But anyway, he is a pretty good figure. He's got reasonable amounts of articulation, and he comes with a piece of MODOK, so let's go ahead and zoom in for the articulation details, sculpt, paint, all those sorts of things. Alright, starting off with a quick size comparison, you can see here we've got the Marvel Legends Captain Marvel, and then we've got our Marvel Select Captain Marvel over here. He looks a lot better, but he's not nearly as well articulated, and I just threw Thanos in there for the hell of it. Why not? He's relevant to Captain Marvel, and it's, good. Sometimes I forget how big this figure is because of the other, even bigger Marvel Selects, but he's really big. And some people use him for Marvel Legends displays too, because he's really the only option. And Thanos' size really varies a lot depending upon who's drawing him. He's somewhere between the size of the thing and maybe around that size most of the time. So, yeah, just so, you know, Captain Marvel compared to Thanos. Anyway, let's get these other two guys out of here and just look at Captain Marvel. Alright, here we have Captain Marvel. He's got his head and hair up here, which we'll zoom in on in a minute. His upper area here is a dark blue, almost black. Then he has his little golden star thing there in the center. I have an issue with it in that it doesn't seem prominent enough. I don't know, it needs to be brighter. It sort of blends in too much. It needs to be more noticeable. I don't know how to accomplish that exactly, but I take issue with it. And I think I had that issue with the Marvel Select one too. It just feels like that symbol should be more obvious, and it sort of fades into the rest of the figure, and I don't know, I have an issue with it. And I don't know how to fix it, but I take issue with it. Anyway, Negabands over here on each wrist over the dark blue gloves. Come down here, and he's got the dark blue trousery bits. And then he has red legs and dark blue boots. On the back, same sorts of things. Also has a hole in the back there for a flight stand, but he does not actually come with one. Alright, let's zoom in on the head sculpt really quick. Alright, looking at the head sculpt, you can see his hair. It's got a little bit of paint shading in between each pieces of hair. And then he's got the dark blue part of the mask up top. He's got white eyes and just kind of a stern expression. Overall, the head sculpt looks perfectly fine. It doesn't look quite as good as the Marvel Select one, is the only thing I'm saying. So it looks fine, perfectly acceptable. Zoom out and look at some articulation. Articulation-wise, his head will go up and down and rotate. Decent range of motion there. He has the armpit joint thing there. Shoulders, ball joints, in and out, forward and back, bicep cut, double joint, elbows. There's a cut there at the glove. Then he has a hinge here at the wrist. Finger articulation on both sides. This hand is kind of flat, so it just kind of like waves around. And then this other one sort of makes a fist and looks weird if you don't have it closed. Abdominal joint, going in and out, pretty good. Got your waist cut there, ball joint hips, in and out, forward and back. Upper thigh cut, double jointed knees. He has a boot cut there. Then he has a hinge, pivot at the ankle, and he has a toe joint. Also, I think his feet look a bit big. Is that weird? I think they might be a bit big. From what I understand, this body's used on a lot of modern Marvel Legends, isn't that right? Like some kind of other stuff? I don't know. But it's a pretty good body, I would think. You know, it's got all the points of articulation you pretty much need. Anyway, he doesn't really come with any accessories, but he does come with a piece of MODOK, so let's look at that. Alright, so his piece of MODOK is the right side of the big floating armchair thing that he's got. Not really a whole lot to look at. It's like, this is the part you would see, the side here, and then it's got a lever here. And everything else will be plugged into something. It's got a big peg down there, and two holes on the top and stuff like that. Not exactly the most interesting piece, but it's necessary if you want MODOK. Alright, let's move on to the packaging. Alright, looking at the packaging here, MODOK series up there at the top, Marvel logo, issue of Captain Marvel in the back there, number 25. Fairly iconic cover there. If you've seen a cover from Captain Marvel before, there's a high chance that it was that one. Captain Marvel down there at the bottom, as well as a picture of the figure, and a picture of MODOK. On the back you have your little stat thing, as well as the other figures in this wave, which are Beta Ray Bill, Spider-Woman, Captain Marvel, Moon Knight, Wasp, and Thor, Buster, Iron Man. I would say every one of these figures are worth getting. Thorbuster Iron Man probably the least, just because it's just another Iron Man, although the Destroyer variant would probably be worth having. There is a variant of Captain Marvel, which is Genus Vel. It's essentially just a different head sculpt, I believe. There might be a few coloration changes, but I think it's basically the same figure. So, yeah, the only thing in this wave other than Captain Marvel I have is Beta Ray Bill, which I have already reviewed. As always, good for in or out of package display, so yeah, Captain Marvel. Alright, that wraps it up for Captain Marvel, so until next time, goodbye! Hello, you've just watched one of my videos. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed my videos. If you didn't, run away and never return. Also, feel free to check out my other channels, Venom Raptor for all my variety gaming content, and VR Reviews for reviews of various action figures and collectibles. Thank you, and goodbye.